The old man. Okay, I'm going to do this real quick because this I think sums up the old man. I don't have time to go into examples or whatever, but the old man sounds like this. He's always looking internally to himself and not to God. Always looking inside. Always internalizing everything. Looking at me. It's the fruit of the knowledge of the tree of good and evil. Right? The knowledge of good and evil, right? The tree of, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's always looking into me. It's always putting the focus on me. Why? What am I getting? I'm not getting anything out of this. Why am I doing this? Like, what am I getting out of this? You know, all of that, that's the old man. The old man is rampant through the church right now. So many people go to church, it's like, man, what am I getting out of this thing? I want to go to church to get stuff out of it instead of giving. And the old man's always looking at his limitations. He's selfish. His very nature is selfish. Your old man is naturally selfish. So all the thoughts will be for your gain, for your good, for your preservation. Brings focus to self. All right. Let's turn to Judges 6:11, and we're going to talk through this real quick. And I'm going to actually start on verse 12. This is the story of Gideon. Gideon was, afraid, hiding from the Midianites who were basically beating up Israel during that time. And he's hiding in this wine press, and he's threshing out wheat because he's afraid that his enemies were going to come and steal the wheat. So you got this guy who's basically living in fear. And then in verse 12 it says, and the angel of the Lord suddenly appears to him and said, the Lord is with you, valiant warrior. And then Gideon goes in. I don't have time to go through all of that, but I'm going to skip down. And in verse 15, this kind of shows you the differences of the voices that Gideon was listening to. Verse 15, he says, but he said to him, O Lord, how am I to save Israel? Behold, my family is the least of Manasseh, and I am the youngest in my father's house. So we can see here clearly the angel, the Lord, brings the very voice of God. I mean, you can't get more clear than that other than Jesus showing up face to face talking to you. You have this angel showing up saying, hey, God is with you. You are a valiant, mighty warrior. And he's like looking at himself like, what? He's like in this wine press, like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm like afraid. I'm hiding for my life. I'm like trying to save the little food that I have from the Midianites because they keep coming and raiding. But this is the very voice of God speaking. And then he goes on and he in that next verse that I read, he goes, and this is the voice that he's been listening to. You're little. You're the least of all the tribes of Israel. What can you do? You're the youngest. Whose voice do you think he was listening to? Does that sound like the Father's voice? No, because we know right away that the Father's voice sees him totally different.